Alrighty, guys, looks like we are live. So this is in honor of Al Red Sox fan and baseball demo and all the guys that had to actually work today. I don't have to work, so it's Martin Luther King Day 2019. We got some late morning baseball for you guys. Hopefully they'll be able to tune in from work. We'll see. Anyways, we got Baltimore and Kansas City. This is the third game of the third game series, three-game series. Charlie Leibrandt is pitching for the Royals. He's 6-10 with a 4.81 ERA, 127 innings pitched, 158 hits, 66 strikeouts, 49 walks. He'll be facing off against Mike Smith. Mike Smith only made one start the whole season for the O's. This is it. So either he did really, really bad or he was an emergency or whatever the situation happened to be. I don't know. But here we go. Lineups: Devereaux, right field; Bradley, left field; Cal Ripken is short. Larry Sheets is DH. Actually, I had to put in Larry Sheets because the player that actually DH'd this game, which happens to be Keith Moreland, was not in the Baltimore lineup, or he either doesn't have a card because he didn't play enough, or whatever the situation may be. But Keith Moreland was not in, so I put Larry Sheets in. Randy Mulligan at first base, Craig Worthington at third, Bob Melvin at catching, Rene Gonzalez at second, Brandy Anderson in center field, and of course Mike Smith pitching. For the Royals, we have Willie Wilson. He's going to be in center field. Seitzer at third, Brett at first. Tarnbull is the DH today. Matt Winters in right field, Bob Boone the catcher, Frank White second base, Bill Picotta shortstop, Gary Thurman in left field, and of course Charlie Leibrandt is pitching. Let's get things underway here in Kauffman Stadium, Kansas City. And we're going to start off with a walk. That's always a great sign that things are going to turn around, as we've lost 3 straight games. Hang on, I'm going to shut my door here as the wife is making all kinds of noise out there. Hang on. All right, I'm back. So 1 on, no one out. Leibrandt versus Phil Bradley, batting .394 and possible wild pitch. It is a wild pitch, so going all the way to second. Mike Devereaux still no one out. Another 6-2, really? Come on. 14. Fortunately, it is outside the range. How about no more 6-2s? That would be great. 1-6 is Kauffman Stadium check for Phil Bradley. 2-3, that's ground ball hit to White. White flips it. No, he doesn't flip it over because he's not at first anymore because of the pass ball. Devereaux does advance on the play out at first. So 1 away, runner at third, 90 feet away. Cal Ripken at short, 2-3. And Cal Ripken striking out. Larry Sheets, the DH, as we explained. And Larry Sheets is a lefty. Good thing you brought in the lefty, or that would have been a strikeout. 1-4. That's going to be a single, and that's going to drive in the run. 1-0 O's here in the first inning. Randy Mulligan, the first baseman, 2-4. And 3-5. That's going to be a single. And Wilson with the error, 1 base error, and everyone's going to advance an extra base. So runners at second and third now. Craig Worthington, the third baseman, 2-3. And walks the bases loaded, and they're going to have a meeting on the mound here. Every time Charlie Leibrandt pitches, you got to hold your breath because this is what happens every single time. Come on, Charlie, get out of the inning, would you please? No, he's going to walk another run across. 2-0 O's as Larry Sheets trots in. Still bases loaded, 2 away here in the first. Rene Gonzalez, and no strikeout. And 5-6, it's a ground ball hit to Picotta. Picotta flips it over to White, and they get out of the inning. But not after 2 runs have scored on 2 hits and an error to help things along. We go to the bottom of the first. Kansas City due up with Wilson, Steitzer, and George Britt. Mike Schmidt, you can see it is his first appearance for us. In real life, he was 2-0, 7.65 ERA, 20 innings pitched, 25 hits, 12 strikeouts, 12 walks. So let's find out Mike Schmidt, 6-1, and he doesn't start the game off with a walk. That would have been unfortunate, but it is a fly ball to Bradley in left field. Kevin Steitzer, 261 average. He will walk. George Brett, 245 average. George waits on the pitch. Here it comes, 2-5. It's a ground ball down to Milligan. And advancing on the plate, only plays going to be at first. Two-way for Danny Turnbull. Danny back in the lineup. Haven't seen him for a while. Error possibility. 55. That's into right field. 11. That's going to be a double, and that's going to score a run. And Kansas City gets a run right back here in the bottom of the first. 2-1. As Danny Turnbull rips one into right field for a double. Matt Winters, right fielder. 1-5. We got a Kauffman Stadium check. And that's going to be a fly ball to Devereaux in right field, and they're going to make the play. But one run and one hit, and they cut into the lead. It's now 2-1, top of 2, Brady Anderson. And Brady, nothing there against the lefties. 5-6, that's going to be a fly ball to Wilson in center field, one away. Mike Devereaux. 31, a range play. These are never good for Kansas City. 6-3, that's going to be a single unless Steitzer can somehow miraculously take it away. He does! Backhands it, knocks it down, throws it across from his knees, gets him in time. Steitzer playing some defense today. Phil Bradley, 3-4. Oh, another range play. Back-to-back range plays. You got to love it. 1-4. That's a single into right field unless Winters can steal it. No, he can't. It's going to be a double. 2-out double there for Phil Bradley. Cal Ripken due up. Struck out his first time up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No home run. 22. That's going to be ground ball hit to Steitzer. Steitzer playing some defense and keeping the Royals close. Bottom of 2, 2-1. Bob Boone, 4-5. Bob Boone waits on it. 271 average, and he's going to single into right field. Past Gonzalez. Frank White, second baseman. 3-2. And he's going to strike out. First strikeout for Mike Schmidt. 5-6. Oh, range play for the O's. 51. That's going to be the second baseman Gonzalez, and he makes the play, and he flips it to Ripken. Ripken guns it to Mulligan. Is it in time? The ump looks, and he's out. Double play. 4-6-3. Go to the top of the third. 2-1. Larry Sheets. 1-4. Sheets is 1 for 1 so far. This time, Weiss high one into Winters in right field. Randy Milligan, first baseman, 2-4. Possible error check. Baseball demos. Hey, Mr. ID. Hope all is well. Listening to you while at work. I dedicated this game to you, an Al Red Sox fan, because I knew you guys had to work today. You can go back and watch the intro of this live stream, but I knew you guys had said yesterday you had to work today, so I'm like, this game is going to be in dedication of baseball demos and Al Red Sox fan, because I know they work today, and hopefully they'll be able to tune in from work. So 6-2, that's going to be a ground ball hit to Pacoda at short. No error. Pacoda scoops it up, throws it to Brett. Two-way here in the top of the third. 2-1 O's. And we got Craig Worthington up, 214 average. Worthington waits on the pitch. Here it comes, 3-3. That's a fly ball high to Winters. He camps under, puts the shades down, and makes the catch. And that's going to do it for the top of the third. 2-1 O's. All the action coming in the first inning so far. Mike Smith, only starting mate of the whole season. Mike Smith is against the Royals today. 2-3. So we got a range play at the ballpark. 5-5. That's going to be a single unless Bradley can steal it. No, Bradley cannot make it. It's going to fall in for a leadoff single here in the top of the third. No, ID is fine. Most people call me ID, so that's great. I don't mind that at all. Thanks for asking, though. So leadoff single by Gary Thurman. They're going to put the steal on here. They get the sign, and away he goes. And Melvin behind the plate. We got to check and see if he throws an error. And it is an error on the catcher. Let me double check that. So he got the steal. Runner safe. Check catcher for error. If one, I believe, is going to be a throwing error. So we're going to put that in as a stolen base. And then I should have clicked throwing error at that point, and then it would have advanced him. So I'm going to go ahead and advance him to third there. A little confusion on how I should have clicked that one. So sorry about that, but he makes it all the way to third on the throwing error by Melvin. The catcher, Bob Melvin, whips that one into center field, and hustling all the way, Gary Thurman gets up and trots over to third base. Still no one out here in the bottom of the third. Royals have a golden opportunity to cut into this lead. Willie Wilson, top of the lineup. No strikeout. Willie Wilson, he's going to get a pitch, 4-6, and that's going to be a single. Pass Worthington down the line into the corner, and the run's going to score. Gary Thurman, so the error comes back to haunt the O's, and we have us a tie ball game, 2-2. Mike Schmidt's already looking a little winded out there. Steitzer, 1-2, and Steitzer swings at a bad pitch out of the zone. He's mad with himself for that. George Brett, 244 average. The lefty waits on it, 3-2, and once again swings at a bad pitch. Mike Smith having the Royals swinging at air here, his back-to-back strikeouts. Danny Dartenbull 1-for-1 with a double. And he strikes out the side. Mike Schmidt strikes out Steitzer, Brett, and Tartenbull. So that's going to be 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. And going in the top of the 4th inning, we have us a tie ball game, 2-2, as the Royals have fought all the way back to tie things up here. 3-5, and no strikeout. Bob Melvin with the error in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Let's see if he can make amends for it. 3-4. That's going into center field, and that's going to fall in front of Wilson, who cannot make the play. So leadoff single for Bob Melvin. That brings up Rene Gonzalez, the second baseman. 61, and he swings and misses. So Charlie Rebrandt with his second strikeout of the day. And brings up Brady Anderson, who's 0-for-1, batting .243 against the Royals, 1-4. The left-hander takes a swing. Here it is. And he pops it up high, pop fly. That's going to be in foul territory. George Brett gets under it and makes the catch. 2 away. Mike Devereaux, the right fielder, 2-3, and he's going to walk. So we got runners at first and second now. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Charlie Rebrandt trying to get through this inning. 1-4. Phil Bradley, 1-for-2 with a double. This time he laces it. Winters down the line, comes under it, makes the catch. That's going to be 1 hit, no runs, no errors. 2 up. Matt Winters, Bob Boone, and Frank White here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mike Schmidt takes it, and he's going to throw it into the dirt there. Matt Winters shakes his head as he trots down to first base. And I think that's going to be it for Mike Smith. Let's see here. In real life, he pitched only 2 innings. Like I said, this is only his first start, so I don't know if he was an emergency, had to come in this game because the starting pitcher got hurt or whatever. So we are going to pull Mike Smith, and we're going to bring in Brian Holtman, right-hander, Brian Holtman, since we have 4 righties in a row coming up. So let's take a look at Brian Holtman. He's pitched 1/3 of an inning for a strikeout so far against Kansas City. Again, the stats you see will only be the games they played against Kansas City, obviously, because we don't have any AI in the game. They want to sacrifice with no outs to get him into scoring position, huh? All right. We'll throw it to the wind and see what happens. 1-6. That's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. So it gets the runner over as Bob Boone lays it down. That brings up Frank White. Frank White, the second baseman. 3-6. And he's going to strike out. 2 away now. Runner still in scoring position. Matt Winters taking a big lead, almost daring him to pick him off. 1-1. Oh, home run check. Oh, the 18 is outside the 1-15. Or that one would have been launched because Bill Pecota is a 15 home run, so he would have had a 75% chance of getting it. But the 18 is outside the pitcher's range, so no home run for Bill Pecota. 1-1. This is going to be a ground ball hit to short. Gonzalez scoops it up, throws it to Milligan, and that's going to do it for the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Even though they got a runner all the way to second, they could not lead him across. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 ball game. Cal Ripken, the shortstop. 4-5. Cal Ripken's 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. And a fly ball into right field. Matt Winters makes the catch. 1 away for Larry Sheets. And Larry looks at a ball in the dirt, gets another pitch, 2-3, and he's going to single this one into left field. Thurman's on his horse, gets it back in quickly, holds him to a single. So we have a top of 5, 1 run, 1 out for Randy Milligan, this first baseman. And it is going to be a called 3rd strike there. Milligan turns around, gives the umpire a little glare there, but that's 2-way now. Craig Worthington, 3rd baseman. We got a Kauffman Stadium check time, 3-4. That's going to be a ground ball hit to White. White backhands it, turns around, throws it to Brett. Brett jumps up to grab it, lands back on the base, and keeps his foot down before the runner makes it. And that is going to do it for the O's in the top of the 5th. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. Due up for your Kansas City Royals, Gary Thurman, Willie Wilson, and Kevin Steitzer. Brian Holtzman's taken over since the 4th inning. We're now in the bottom of the 5th. 2-2, and he's going to strike out Gary Thurman. To lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th, Willie Wilson, 1 for 2 with an RBI today. 52, and Wilson looks at a ball 4. So Willie Wilson, he's thinking about it, taking a pretty big lead out there. Taking a pretty big lead, and off on the pitch he goes, and it's in there. The tag's applied by Gonzalez, actually, but it's not in time. Stolen base, Willie Wilson. Runner in scoring position, 1 out here. We get Kevin Steitzer due up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Scored a run. 4-2 error possibility. Let's see what happens here. 6-6 against the righty is going to be a single past Gonzalez. Gonzalez no error, but it's not going to matter as the ball gets into left field. Devereaux throws it home. Taking a wide turn is Willie Wilson, but they put the brakes on. Wilson stays at 3rd. Runners at the corners. One away here for George Brett. Ooh. They're thinking about putting the double steal on here. They're thinking about it. I don't know how to do this actually in the game, though. That's the problem. It's not like double steal. It's just steal from first to second. But I would, if they throw it to second, I would then steal home with Willie Wilson, who's got a base running of 5. Steitzer, he's taking a pretty big lead out there. Holton, they have a meeting on the mound here as they try to figure out what they want to do defensively. Gonzalez, Ripken, Worthington, Mulligan, Holton, and Melvin all around the mound. Out comes the manager as they're still debating what to do defensively here. They have 2 very fast runners on the bases. Willie Wilson on third, Kevin Steitzer on first. If Steitzer takes off, do they throw down is going to be the question they're talking about. And what to do to keep Mulligan on. So what they're going to do actually in this case is they're going to try the pickoff first. Try to pick him off. And it's a 1 on the pickoff attempt, which is a balk. So on the balk, going to second is now on a balk. Baseball Demo helped me on this. On a balk, do all runners advance or only runners that are forced to advance? Help me out, my friend. Because if that's the case, that's going to score the run on the balk. All right, so you can't have sound. So on a balk, do all runners advance 1 base? All advance. Okay. Okay, you typed. Thanks. All right, on a balk. Yes, so all runners advance 1 base on the balk. Unbelievable. Only a 1 out of 20 chance of a balk, and they rolled it. So the balk. Yep, I could have just hit balk, and it would have automatically moved all the runners. So the double steals taken out of play is Brian Holtman balks in the run, and going to second is 7 Seitzer. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Interesting developments here. George Brett, first baseman, 2 up, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Runner in scoring position, 1-5. George Brett, the lefty, 3-3. He's going to pop that up high. Gonzalez takes a few steps in the grass, calls off Devereaux coming from the outfield, and makes the catch. So 2 away. Oh, they're putting the steal on to get Steitzer to third, thinking that maybe Holton might balk again. Do you put the steal on? You know what? We're going to put on the hit and run. That's what we're going to do with Danny Tartanbull up. Runner at second. He's off on the pitch. They're trying to get him home. 6-1. Didn't matter. Walk. So we got a walk. So runners at first and second now. Matt Winters due up. Right fielder. 2-way here at the bottom of the 5th. It's been an interesting 5th inning. Matt Winters, right fielder, waits on the pitch. Here it comes, and it's a home run question mark. The 9 falls into the 1-13 zone on the pitcher's card. We now need a 1-6 on the batter's card for the home run. Matt Winters, he looks at it. Here comes curveball. He gets a hold of it. It is going, gone. Matt Winters launches one into deep right center field for a 3-run shot for the Royals. A big boost to their offense. 3 runs trot in the 5th inning here. Brian Holtman leading the curveball up, and Matt Winters takes him deep, going, gone. Here's Quentin Parks is also here. Thanks for joining me today. And as you see, the Royals here in a very interesting 5th inning. We're going to put on the double steal, but the pitcher then balked the runs across anyways, and the runner got to second, and then proceeded to walk the next batter, and then Matt Winters makes him pay for his mistake, launching one out into the seats. So still only 2 outs for Bob Boone. Bob Boone, 6-3, no strikeout, and 1-6. That's going to be a single past Ripken. Ripken misses that one. That one goes into left field, and that's going to be a single for Bob Boone. That brings up Frank White 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Brian Holtman, 6-5, no strikeout. And a 42. That's going to be a single past Gonzalez. So back-to-back singles here, still with 2 outs. And that's going to do it for Brian Holtzman. And they're going to bring in... Who are they going to bring in? They're going to be bringing in... they got a couple lefties. They do have a righty in Greg Olson, but he's more their closer. It's either going to be Hickey or Greg Olson. Hickey is a lefty, though. We're in the 5th. We need some... I would rather only bring in players that played in the actual game. Greg Olson only pitched an inning. Brian Holtzman played 3. Kevin Hickey 1 2/3. So yeah, I guess we're going to have to do Kevin Hickey, even though it's going to be lefty. They're going to have to bring him in. Kevin Hickey, let's take out his stats here against Kansas City. Alrighty, it is 1-0 actually, with a 243, 3 2/3 innings. Giving up 3 hits, 4 runs, no walks. Kevin Hickey. Let's see if he can get things settled down here in the bottom of the 5th. There are 2 outs. Runner Bob Boone standing at second. Frank White standing at first. Due up Bill Pacoda, who almost launched one earlier. Let's see what happens. Kevin Hickey, 6'4". And he comes in a little wild throwing, and that one's in the dirt. That's going to be a walk. So the base is loaded now with 2 outs. And the Orioles are coming unglued a little bit. Gary Thurman due up 6-5 and strikes out Thurman on the curveball. And that's going to do it, but a very interesting 4 runs on 4 hits. The Kansas City Royals take a 6-2 lead going into the top of the 6th inning. Charlie Rebrandt, though, with him pitching, no lead is safe, as we found out before. Bob Melvin, 4-3. No hit by pitch. Bob Melvin, 2-3. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Wilson makes the play. Rene Gonzalez, 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. 2-5. Error and a throw possibility. 21. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Winters makes the play. No error check needed. Brady Anderson, 2-way here. He's 0 for 2. 5-5. It's going to come off of Brady Anderson's card, and it's a 31. This is going to be a ground ball. Hit to Steitzer. Steitzer playing some defense today and makes the play. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up 6-2 is the Royals. Kevin Hickey's got to get through at least this inning, if not more. 5-2. Wilson, the switch hitter, he's going to be batting from the right-handed side. 3-6. It's a fly ball to Bradley in left field. Bradley takes a few steps in and makes the catch. 1 away. That brings up Steitzer, 1 for 2 with the walk. 2 RBIs on the day. 4-5. We got a range play at the ballpark here, so let's see where it's hit. 4-5. That's going to be to second base Gonzalez, and Gonzalez cannot make the play. It rolls through into left center field, and that's a single for Kevin Steitzer. I'm surprised they did not rob that from us. George Brett, 0 for 3. His average is falling. He's down to 242. He needs to pick things up here. I think he's missing his buddy Bo Jackson, who hasn't been in the lineup for the last couple weeks, at least the last few games. This is a game from July 30th. So Bo Jackson might be doing the NFL training camp at this time. This is from July 30th. 1989. I'm sure Clinton Karks can remember exactly where he was that day. So what are we doing? What are we doing? So George Brett is up. It's no walk, so we're going here, and George Brett 2-1. That's going to be a ground ball hit to Ripken. Ripken slips it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez guns it to Mulligan, and once again, the 6-4-3 double play kills the Royals. We go to the top of the 7th. Charlie Rebrandt's trying to get through the 7th inning. Let's see if he can do it. Mike Devereaux, 4-2, and he walks Devereaux. So Phil Brandley up, right-hander, 1 for 3 with a double. 4-2, and back-to-back walks for Charlie Rebrandt. And that's going to do it. I cannot leave him in any longer. It's just no. We're going to be bringing in someone else. Every time he pitches, you get a lead, and then he just gives it right back. So Terry Leach is going to be coming in, the right-hander. Terry Leach so far on the season is 5-6 with 3 saves, 3.66 ERA, 51.2 innings pitched, 52 hits, 22 strikeouts, and only 12 walks. Let's see if we can get these going here for the Royals. We have no one out. Runners at first, runner at second. Mike Devereaux takes the lead out there. Cal Ripken's up. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. And we have a Kauffman Stadium check here. 6-3, and that one's going into left field, and that's going to be a triple for Cal Ripken Jr. He's going to clear the bases. That one's deep in the corner. Durbin cannot chase it down as the ball rolls all the way along the wall, and Cal Ripken gets to third, clearing the bases. 2 runs in. First pitch off of Terry Leach, and Cal Ripken delivers for the O's. Once again, it's now 6-4 in the top of the 7th. Larry Sheets is in today. Still no one out. Ripken in scoring position, and we have a wild pitch. It is an 11, so no wild pitch, thank God. Terry Leach is all over the place, and he rolls back-to-back wild pitches. Back-to-back wild pitches. That's twice this game we've rolled back-to-back wild pitches. Fortunately for us, again, it's outside. He only has a 1-3 chance of rolling a wild pitch. So Terry Leach needs to settle down here. Good lordy. Larry Sheets the lefty. He's going to get a pinch. Let's see what he does with it. 6-4, and that's going to be a single. Drives in another run, and the O's have 3 here. Still no one out. Runner at first. Hold it, Chester. What am I holding? Speak your piece, Clinton. Hurry up. I got to leave here in 6 minutes, so I got to get through these last couple innings quickly. I have to keep going. Sorry. Randy Mulligan's up. I got to keep going, man. I got to go. I got to go drop the wife's car off. A 6-5. It's a fly ball into right field. Finally get the out. Craig Worthington, third baseman. 1-2. Kauffman Stadium check. 5-2. That's going to be a double, and runner holds. So runners at second and third, 1 away. Defense is going to play in, try to keep that tying run from crossing the plate. 4-6, and strikes him out for the second out of the game, or second out of the inning. Rene Gonzalez, 3-6. Can they tie it up? 4-5. That's a ground ball. Pacoda flips it over to White, and 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. On the wild pitch, you went to 5-6, not 4-6. Okay. Not sure. I'll have to review that. I went from 4-6 to 5-6. I'm not 5-6. 5-6. You mean the column? 5-6? 5-5-6. Not 4-6. Well, anyways, it didn't matter because they didn't. They ended up scoring anyway. So 3-3. We got a Kauffman Stadium check. I got to keep going because time is ticking still here. We got a single, and it's going to actually turn into a double, leadoff double by Danny Tartenbull, trying to get that run back here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Matt Winter's time. 6-1. Matt is 1 for 2 on the day with the home run. 6-3. Ground ball hit to short, and Danny Tartenbull is going to advance to third on the play. So one away, runner at third. Bob Boone could drive in that run. That would be awesome. He walks. So runners at the corners are setting up that double play here, the Orioles are. 6-4, and almost back-to-back walks. Just missed that. Frank White is up. It's a fly ball. It's going over to Devereaux, and he does make the sacrifice. It is deep enough, so the lead runner advances on the play. If the roll is less than or equal to the base running, it is not. Then the trailing runner could have advanced, but he can't, so he stays on first. So the Royals get a run back, go up 7-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-6 and a walk. So we got runners at first and second now, and Kevin Hickey is going to be pulled. They're going to have to pull him for Olsen here. We're going to use all the players that actually played in the game. So Olsen, even though he's their closer, he's going to have to try and get out of this jam. 3-4. Thurman waits on the pitch. Here it comes. It's a 6-4. That's a fly ball to center. And that's going to do it. Top of 8. Terry Leach trying to hold things down for the O's. Up 7-5. 1-5 range play. Great. 5-3. It's a liner back at the pitcher. He makes the play. Terry Leach drops it down. Picks it up. Throws it to Brett. One away. Mike Devereaux, right fielder. And we got a Kauffman Stadium check. 4-1. Then we got a rare play. So it's a line drive at the pitcher. Resolve like an L1 range play. If the pitcher fails to make the ball, it hits his leg for a single. No injury check is made as he's successful. So back-to-back range plays against the pitcher. And Terry Leach showing some defense out there. Showing some weather. Back-to-back successful range plays for the pitcher. Wow. 6-5. And Phil Bradley. 24. That's going to be a single, though. Single into center field. Cal Ripken, 1 for 4 on the day. 6-4. Cal Ripken waits on it. Here it comes. 25. That's going to be a fly ball to Thurman in left field. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm going a little bit faster, guys. Sorry about that, but I've got to try and get out of here in the next few minutes. So Wilson strikes out. 1 away. Kevin Steitzer, third baseman. 1-2, nothing. Steitzer, 31. He's going to line it right at Gonzalez. Gonzalez makes the play. 2-way. George Brett, 0 for 4 on the day. Come on, Brett. He walks to first. You know what? We're going to put the steal on, and he's caught stealing. Of course he is. It was a 20 on the 20-sider. So runner thrown out. Caught stealing. Unbelievable. All right, we're in the top of the 9th inning. 7-5 is the score. The the Royals are going to be making the switch to Monty here, trying to close this game out. Let's see if Monty can come in and do it. Monty, Larry Sheets, 61, and he's not going to walk, thank God. And 6-3, that's going to be a fly ball to Winters, and he makes the play. 1 away. Monty throws it at Mulligan. Milligan waits on it. Here it comes, and that's going to be a ground ball. Pacoda scoops it up, throws it to Brett. On target, 2 away. And the O's are down to their last out, down 5-7. Worthington 1 for 3 on the day. 226 average, 2-2, and that one's into left field. That's going to fall in for a single, and the O's are not done as the tying run has now come up to the plate in the form of Bob Melvin, the catcher. Bob Melvin. In real life, he only hit 1 home run so far against the Royals. He's hit 0 home runs. Hopefully, we'll keep it that way, but we shall see. Bob Melvin, 1, 2, 3, and here it comes. The count's 2-2. Montgomery gets a sign from Boone. Here it comes the pitch. It's in there. It's called third strike. Bob Melvin out on strikeout. And that's going to do it. The Kansas City Royals end their 3-game losing streak and take 1 of 3 games against Baltimore. Here, 7-5. Very interesting game. And in real life, if you guys want to know, it was a very close and interesting game as well in real life. Let's scoot this over so you guys can see. In real life, the actual score was 7-6. So very close to what we had in real life. It was a very entertaining, interesting game. Game number, what number are we on? We are on 104, I believe. Game 104, very entertaining and interesting game. Let's check out the stats real quick. Like I said, I have to go. But Kansas City ends their 3-game losing streak with the big win against the Royals. And we'll save these game statistics. And let's look at these game stats, shall we? So the Orioles, 10 hits, 2 doubles, and 1 triple by Cal Ripken. 6 walks, only 5 strikeouts, and 1 error on Bob Melvin. For the Royals, they had 10 hits, 2 doubles, no triples, and the big home run, 3-run home run by Matt Winters. They had 8 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases, 1 by Wilson, 1 by Gary Thurman. And 1 player was caught stealing, George Brett. And they had a sacrifice hit by Bob Boone. And they also had a sacrifice fly by Frank White. And they had 2 double plays hit into by George Brett and Bill Pagoda. And they had 1 error on Willie Wilson. So the stat line goes: the Baltimore Orioles, 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. The Kansas City Royals, 7 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. The win goes to Charlie Leibrandt, who improves his record to 7-10. The loss is on Brian Holtman, who drops to 0-1. Jeff Montgomery with his 12th save of the game. Only home run of the game was by Matt Winters, and that does it from July 30th, 1989. As the Kansas City Royals improved to 55-49 in a very entertaining game here. So they've completed their 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. They now go on the road for 3 games against the Toronto Blue Jays to come up next. So thanks to Baseball Demos and Clinton Parks for showing up. I've got to run, so maybe we'll get a doubleheader in later tonight. If you guys are around, be sure to stop in and say hello. So I'd love to see you guys. Thanks so much. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.